here I am in the morning. It's 6:50 or so, right at first light. I'm not even at the trailhead yet, and it's pretty cold. It's -2 Fahrenheit. I don't even know what that is in Celsius, but it's really cold. So here I am at the South Kaibab Trail, and here is the canyon at sunrise. Wow, so this is the first time I see it. That's pretty amazing. So trying to make it to the other side. It's, I guess, around 7 o'clock. And where the hell is the trail? It's here. Yeah, I'm starting at first light. The trails are, well, really, well, actually not too bad. So I'm at the point. I wonder where the name comes from. I have absolutely no idea. There's nothing special about this place. Just kidding, it's pretty amazing. Look, the sun is coming up from there. I'm gonna go somewhere over there. And that's where I come from. That's the south rim. Katri is somewhere up there. That's pretty funny. He's complaining about the cold. Ei mulla ole yhtään kylmä. Tässä kun pysyy liikkeessä on ihan lämmin ja tässä lämpenee äkkiä. Tää on kylmin kohta koko päivästä. So I have to show you some more because it's still sunrise and it's only going to happen once today. It's getting warm enough already. I need to actually take off some layers. So I think I'm going to get rid of my windbreaker and this second layer before I get too sweaty. Yeah, you can see the sun coming up there behind me. And there's less snow, so there's some icy patches, but it's not too bad. I think I can manage this at least at this south end. So the north end can be more complicated, but it doesn't look like there's going to be too much snow. So it's starting to look pretty good. Yeah, it's beautiful. And nobody else here. But I hope I'll see some people on the way. So if I take a fall or something, then I'm completely on my own. Yeah, that sounds a really good thing. Yeah, looking forward to it. So my GoPro has some issue and it claims that it's out of battery. I hope it's just cold or something like that. But anyway, I'm switching to my iPhone. Hopefully this one will be okay. Probably less stable video, but yes, for now it's the best I can do. I hope when it warms up that the GoPro will come back to me. So the sun has just come up above the rim over there, and it's beautiful light on the other side. The trail is fine, everything's fine. My legs are a bit stiff, but I hope they will just warm up. They're not used to doing this kind of downhill because I've been living at sea level for the past 4 weeks with very little hills, so hopefully they'll also warm up with today. So this is another better iPhone camera. It's I don't know, 7:30 in the morning. I've been running for just 30 minutes. You can see only little snow, some ice on this trail here, but nothing too bad. I have great shoes so far. So far they've been perfect. Yeah, that's it. So that's my first glimpse of the Colorado River. Somewhere there, there's a bridge that I will cross. I haven't seen the bridge yet. And slowly I'm starting to get into the groove here. The beginning was a bit hard. You know, it usually takes the body some time to get into it. And it's still not completely into it, but it's starting to flow a bit better and it's a bit warmer. Yeah, so hopefully it will get better from here. So down there you can see the bridge and there's some mules coming across on the other side. You probably can't see them, they're too small, but they're there. Still very beautiful. I've done maybe about 10k. Legs are still, my calves are still hurting a little bit. Some nice switchbacks there going down. So far it's been quite mellow. The trail hasn't been too steep. I've dropped maybe 1,000 something meters. But yeah, my calves are not too happy. If I stand, I can feel them shaking a little bit. But I think they'll get better when we get to flat ground, to some proper running and uphill. So I'm not too worried. Yeah, it's time to get rid of this silly hat. So, cool.
Always come stand right back here. You're a lot safer. All over the top. These guys can bump you off that.
Thank you.
Hey.
So
there's the river, and here come the mules. So that was 11 kilometers, 132. And I've come super slow, taking it really easy. But yeah, not too bad. I'm well on schedule. So this trip is about setting a time on this famous route from the south rim to the north rim and back to the south rim. It's a total of 67 kilometers, 3,000 some meters of climbing, so it's a pretty serious route. But I'm not trying to set any kind of really fast time. I'm just trying to set a time. So the fastest time is actually under 6 hours by some professional ultra runners. So yeah, that's kind of just really otherworldly times. So I'm not gonna go for anything like that. Just taking it super easy, having fun. You know, I'm here for the first time, so it makes a lot of sense to enjoy this and not rush it too much. But I will try to keep, you know, a pace going that I'll be filming and, you know, playing around. But I'm not gonna be sitting on rocks and stuff like that unless I have some problems. You never know. All kinds of stuff can happen. So here I am at the Phantom Ranch. There's some water here somewhere. So I need to find that and fill up one of my bottles. So I've drank almost 1 bottle of water. Not much, but I want to make sure I have that filled up before I continue. So where is the water? It's a cool place. So I am now on the other side of the canyon. I came from there and I'm going up there or there. So I'm climbing up the north rim and this stupid GoPro camera has 20% of battery left, even though it was charging all night, so I don't know what happened. But I'll try to use the time I have. Well, so I saw some bits of snow on the ground already. To be honest, this middle section here was a bit boring compared to the start, of course, because it's just big walls around you. You don't see much. There was this little stream that followed the trail, but you didn't really see much. But it was flat or slightly climbing quite fast on the way down. I'm not going to complain about that because it's going to be nice and easy to get back over there. So there should be a camping ground coming up soon. I can get more water and then prepare for this big climb up there. That's more than 1,000 meters. And yeah, I haven't done almost any climbing really yet, so we'll see how that goes. My legs are not great, my stomach is not great, so physically I haven't had much flow. I think I've been putting too much volume on the legs before this, so maybe that's a mistake, but I think I'll get there. So I have some little trouble. The campgrounds close to the North Rim are unstaffed, and there's no drinking water available, which is actually was expected. That's what the map also said, but that just means that I don't have a lot of water left. And it's from the I think it's like 9 kilometers to the top over there. Something like a bit more than 1,000 meters of climbing. It's quite cold. Snow on the ground. I had to pull out the big gloves again. So I'm not gonna need a lot of water, but then I have to go all the way back. So it's gonna be 20k just to get back here, and then it's gonna be, I don't know, 12 from there to the next campground that actually has water. So 30 kilometers with the water that I have. Has to be enough. There is the stream going next to me here, and I think this time of the year there's not too many animals around. So what I think I'll do is to fill up one of my bottles with this one when I'm close to the top here, as high as possible, and then have that as a backup if I need it. But yeah, I mean, I could have planned better, but let's see. It's not too bad. If this was summer, I would be in big trouble, but it's not, so I should be okay. Otherwise, let's see. I have done 27 kilometers in 3 hours 38. I need to turn back at 6 hours latest. So if I take still 2 hours to the top, I'm still well on time. It's not gonna take me 2 hours to get up there, I hope. So everything should be good. But yeah, it's getting a bit cold again. I've been in the dark for the past 2 hours. So I hope I'll get to touch the sun soon. That would be great. But yeah, now the scenery is again really beautiful. Up there I see the frozen trees. So it looks really, really cold. But at least the sun is out. Oh, there's some buildings. Maybe there's water there. There shouldn't be according to the map, but you never know. I'm gonna go check it out. So as you can see, the sun is finally over the cliff, and it's pretty nice with the snow. And look, there's no footprints. I'm the first person to walk here today, and luckily I haven't seen any mountain lion footprints either. There are some of those. Some of the runners have seen them before here. I don't want to see one. I would like to see some signs of one, but I'd rather keep my distance. So it's warm again, and we're finally climbing. So yeah, nice scenery. There are 2 groups that I've seen today moving this direction, but they're quite far behind. But it's good to know that there are some people coming behind me. If anything happens, this is now pretty much as far away from civilization as I can get on this route. The North Rim is closed, so there's no services, no people, nothing there. And I did find some water, so that's sorted. Don't have to worry about that. So right now everything is going super good. So the trails here have been very easy. Nice running, but I have to be careful not to trip on any rocks. I've been really taking it safety first on this trip. Don't want to have any accidents here. Taking plenty of time to enjoy all of that, so yeah, I like it. So I'm close to 2,000 meters, And it's a little bit dangerous here because there's a big icicles hanging down and they go way up there. And then on this other side, on the sunny side, there's a big rock fall coming down every now and then. I don't know where the trail goes, but that side looks a bit scary. So now with the sun heating up the rock, it all starts to expand and move, and these rocks come down. And also this snow is pretty deep. Yeah, look at these icicles up there. You know, when one of these things comes down, then that's not nice. And they're melting super fast now. I guess you can hear the water. So yeah, it's pretty. Okay, this is now very icy. Crap. Fuck. Okay, so it's not too slippery. So it's getting a bit sketchy here. And yeah, super exposed. Maybe you can see down there, but one slip, one wrong step, and you go down, I don't know, 500 meters. Depends where you fall, but I don't want to fall. So yeah, winter is a bit of a challenging time to come here. So I hope I'll be safe. I'll be taking it safe, so it's getting sort of to the point where I don't feel 100% comfortable because it's starting to be too much about luck. But so far, I'm still gonna continue. I have maybe 700 more meters to climb. Maybe not that much. Maybe it's 500, like 1/3, maybe less. So I hope I can make it to the top. But you know, I have one very worried wife waiting for me, and I definitely want to come back from here. So yeah, let's see how this continues. But so far I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so this is what I was afraid of yesterday, that there would be too much snow at the North Rim. So I tried to push through it. First up to my ankles, now it's up to my knees. And here's the point where I just made the call not to carry on. Yeah, I still have to make it back there. My ankles are starting to really get cold. I do have a change of socks, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. So yeah, I have exposed ankles, so they're not too happy about about this adventure. So yeah, have to call it here. I've done 1,532 meters of climbing, 33.5 kilometers, 5 hours 11 minutes. I also had a hard rule. If I didn't think I can make it to the top in 6 hours, then I would not try and just turn back. So that's the call I have to do now. I'm gonna have a little snack, walk down a little bit, and start running. Get out of this deep snow, get out of this rockfall zone as quickly as possible, and then yeah, just go back. Yeah, better to play it safe, but it's been a great trip and it's super beautiful. This snow and this sun, it's not cold. It actually was pretty hot climbing up, but the snow is damn cold. But yeah, it's beautiful, so no regrets. One day I might come back here and finish the rest of it, but yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna turn back. I'm gonna show you some cool stuff on the way, but yeah, that's it for from the North Rim. So I wanted to show this cool place. There's well, first of all, there's like a mule stop here. There's a toilet. There's a sign here that how to deal with the mules if they come on your path. And there's a nice little tunnel here, which I thought was pretty cool. So from here, the snow started to get really deep. Yeah, look at these cliffs, and there's quite a lot of rockfall I can see under the snow. Big rocks that have fallen down, so it is for sure a bit dangerous. So I don't want to hang out in that zone too long. This is the time of the day when it's the warmest and the rocks move around the most, so it's the worst time to be here from that perspective. But here's a good spot to sit down for a little bit and have a little snack. So yeah, and then back down. Sketchy section. That thing hangs right on top of the trail, so I have to run through there. But if I stay very close to the wall, it should be fine. But just look at how much water there's coming down, and the sun is super hot, beaming down. So yeah, not super safe place in the winter on a day like this. So I wanted to show some of this downhill running coming down from the north rim. Winter running in the snow is really great. You kind of just float on top of the snow. Don't have to worry too much about what's under it. There's rocks and crap and stuff like that, but you sort of just float over all of that. If you fall down, you know, just fall down on the soft snow. If you slip, doesn't matter. Of course here, I have to be a bit careful with those slips, because that can mean a 500-meter drop down into the canyon, which wouldn't be very nice. And there's this very nice bridge. So these are my footprints coming up here. So it looks like nobody has been here this year. And I'm sure that's not the case. It's probably just the fresh snow from the past few days. So yeah, downhill is going great. Legs are still really not perfect. Energy wise, I'm doing very well. No issues there at all. So would have been easy to continue up there from that perspective, but the snow was just too much. And it was a bit too slow, so I'm not even sure if I would have made it there in 6 hours. But I don't feel like I have failed. Sometimes it's the mountains that decide whether you make it or not. It has nothing to do with you. And so far I've had a great day out in a super beautiful place. So I've definitely not lost anything. And also in terms of distance, I've sort of done, or will do, about the same distance that the full route would have been. So I have a sense of what the physical effort would have been. So that's good. And definitely snow and the cold and all rockfall. I don't know if you heard that, but very scary stuff. Not good at all. Anyway, yeah, happy so far. Hopefully the rest of the route will go well. Yeah, lovely place, recommended. So just met another group on their way up that I passed earlier. I told them what the situation is there, asked if they have snowshoes. There was a Russian guy leading some Japanese ladies, and the Russian guy said, yeah, we have snowshoes. And then the ladies said that we don't have snowshoes. Do you know what snowshoes are? And then turns out they don't have snowshoes. But then the guy says, well, that's okay, I'm from Russia. So maybe that's enough for them. It wasn't enough for me, because I started from the south rim this morning. They probably started from the camping ground about 5 kilometers away, so they have a lot more buffer to do whatever they want. It was a funny conversation anyway. I'm from Russia, I know what I'm doing. Well, good luck. So I'll show you some more running. Let's see how this stabilization works. It's also interesting when I started in the morning. So I started at over 2,000 meters and it was very clear to see that the altitude had a big impact on my breathing right away. Normally when you would run in the mountains you would start from the bottom and you kind of get used to the altitude little by little. But I was running on this flat road and I got out of breath right away. Something that would not happen on a flat road at sea level. I would have to run pretty damn hard to be that out of breath on flat terrain. So just to also show you the exposure we have here. So if you slip here, then that's, you know, bye bye. Long way down. But I'm gonna stick next to this wall here, take it easy, no risks. It's a bit icy. I'm getting a bit icy on this shadow side, but with the snow on top of it, and the ice is kind of rough, so the shoes that I'm wearing have no issues with grip here, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, if you're scared of heights, you might have an issue with this place. I'm not usually scared of that, so it's nice. And it's not very narrow. It's maybe 1.5 meters in most places, so nothing to worry about. And now there's a bit less snow. It's only ankle deep, so a lot easier to get around. But I actually prefer to run down when there's more snow and you really have that soft blanket under you. Okay, so now we turn this corner and it's gonna be sunny again and the snow is gonna be heavier. Yeah, it's beautiful. So while this is pretty easy running, I have to stay awake and not trip on these little rocks. So back down again. Now it's gonna be smooth downhill all the way to the river and then the final big climb. And now it's warm enough that I could run in my shorts, but it's too much trouble to mess around with the clothes, so I'm just gonna keep it as it is. And my calves are still hurting quite a bit, but I just took some pills. I hope that helps. It like feels like they're cramping, but they're not really cramping, they're just hurting in the same way. And actually walking hurts much more than running, so I'll try to keep a nice pace getting back there. Nice views, and now the sun is pretty high, so hopefully I'll have more sun going the other way than what I had in the morning coming here. So that's it for now. Yeah, I've done almost 44 kilometers, 6 hours 47, so I'll be back up, I think, in good time. The last climb is gonna be, I think, a little challenge, and then at the top it's gonna be very cold. And as an additional bonus, I might still have to cycle for about 10 kilometers to actually get to the place where we are staying. So I have stored my bike up there, and also Katri is supposed to pick me up if we can just find each other without having telephones. So we do have walkie-talkies, mine here, so I will try to contact her soon when I get out of this canyon and hope that she will pick up. Yeah, I just wanted to show this sign that says that there are some very sneaky squirrels and ravens here that know how to open backpacks, so don't leave them here. It's funny. Here I wanted to show these cacti that make these beautiful big flowers. they grow very, very fast, and then the whole plant dies. I don't know how fast they grow, but for something that grows in the desert, they do grow fast, that much I know. But yeah, they're very pretty. There's two more over there. Otherwise, there's not too many flowers here, even though it's been raining. But in some other parts of the desert, when we came here, the Mojave, these are some really beautiful desert flowers just by the highway. But not too much here. Also not too many animals, some birds. I haven't seen really much else. I was expecting some snakes, lizards, stuff like that, but it's not happening. So just to illustrate what flow means in running. So I've been crying and complaining all day about this and that, and things haven't really flowed. But really the past 14 kilometers have been beautiful. So this is why a lot of people run. When you start a big day like this, last night I couldn't sleep very well. I only slept for a few hours. Typical before a race or a big day like this. But you never know how things work out. Hi, sorry. But yeah, this is what you want. You know, things just click. And I've done 54 kilometers, and the past, I don't know, hour or so has been best by far today. So it's really nice to see. Sometimes it's hard to explain, you know, maybe I'm just too old and I need a marathon to warm up, but I don't think so. There's really some muscle issues today, and I think the secret today was actually the paracetamol that I took when I was coming down from the North Rim. And now things are working great. So I can see that going up, climbing, no issues. Just those weird issues walking down and flats. But this sort of pace is fine. Especially now after taking some meds. I still have a big climb to do, but I made this pass taken so fast. I'm sort of ahead of time. It's great because I get to see the sunset here on the south side. So back at Phantom Ranch. So yeah, almost at the river. I just need to fill up with some water and get ready for this big climb. I've been out for 7 hours 45 minutes. I guess it would take me 2 hours to climb up. 2 hours or maybe a bit less. You'll see. I will try to reach Katri and see if we can change the plan. I could take the other trail up. That would give me a couple of more kilometers, and then I would see a new trail as well. But I'm trying to call her and she's not answering, so I'll keep trying. So let's see. Just wanted to come and check out the river before I start my climb up. These guys came on a boat. I need to cross the river, go up there, and climb and climb and climb. It's actually quite a nice beach here. Very fine sand. Yeah, glad I came to check it out. Wow. Almost at the top. And now I'm getting a bit low on energy. I've been pushing this hill pretty hard. I think I've made a pretty good time considering it's 64 kilometers or something. This hill has been good. Nice flow, but it just means that my energy is getting a bit low. And we are getting to altitude now. So also a bit out of breath, but yeah, in great spirits. Katri is a bit ahead of me, trying to catch her, but we'll see if I can do that. So the sun is just setting behind over there, and I think this is all going to be very beautiful. So it's done back at South Kaibab. Turned out to be 10 hours, 20 minutes, 67 kilometers, 3,109 meters of climbing, and 1 out of energy runner. That was a good hill. Sort of eaten a bit more. I thought it wasn't going to be this big of a hill, so I ran out of gas a little bit too soon. But if you do a run like this, you're supposed to be wrecked at the end. It would be hugely disappointing not to be tired at the end of something like this. So I want to make sure that I'm gonna crash really hard. So that's what happened. So actually at the end, I got some more energy from somewhere, so that's a bit better. So now I have to find Katri and get out of here.